Hi, Andrew. I can see you. Can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Sorry, were you there for long?
No, I wasn't. I just joined recently.
Okay. Hey, I have my headset on. Okay. Now, Andrew, please, give me some updates on physics and on chem.
Sorry, what?
Give me
Updates?
updates. Yeah, updates.
Uh,
Physics and then chem.
Physics, we started on the work energy power thing. The work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And for chemistry,
You're muted, I believe.
chemistry, we started more concept.
More concept. See, yeah. So you're saying that for your physics, pressure, they didn't touch much. Oh, sorry, they finished touching, they finished pressure lah.
I finished already.
Okay. How do you feel about pressure currently?
I think I get most of the concepts, but I don't have as much practice in questions.
Maybe that's true. Maybe that's true. For now, that's that. The work energy power, is it manageable?
We just start very basic one. It's manageable. She just goes through the stuff in the so-called new terms because of different syllabus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. But have I told you that this chapter and the chapter next lah, the thermal, most probably, yeah, is going to be rather manageable lah.
Okay.
Okay, rather manageable. Okay. Then now, is there a reason why you want to mute and unmute?
Is there a lot of background noise? Because last time I heard people complaining that my mic was a bit noisy and like
Right.
when I'm not talking.
Okay, so currently I think the noise filter is doing a good job. I will definitely tell you if it is noisier, if it is disturbing. But currently, I can't tell that there is a background.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so you leave it like that, and so that it's easier to communicate. Yeah. So you don't worry. I'll tell you when you need to do something. Now, the thermal one. So that is why physics is a little bit less touched in the tuition. That's the plan. And we focus more on the chemistry first.
Okay.
So we have been doing that, right? And we have been starting with the memorization. It does give you a bit of challenge, but I was hoping that you'll get familiar with it. Now, before we go to chemistry, is there any schedule on the WA3?
Not yet.
Okay. The class and teacher situation, is it still the same as last time? Okay, understood. Then the plan for term 3 is not complicated. Whenever I feel that we are sufficiently ahead in chemistry, ahead means this. Ahead means I use my feeling. I feel that because we discuss enough, you'll be able to be more productive in class. Because you say that your chemistry class is, it's difficult to get something out of it, right?
Yeah, like for the more concept, teacher just gave us like a few videos, then he just made us do worksheet in class. That's it.
Right, which is the normal thing that she do, sorry.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. So because she's already, sorry, he or she, sorry. I keep switching. He or she?
He.
If he gives you, the right practices, even though he doesn't help you, right? If he gives you the right practices and with proper difficulty, lah, proper timing, whatever, all we have to do is be able to do it and understand it. Then actually your class timing is productive.
Okay.
So to speak. If that makes sense, yeah? Mm-hmm. That is what I'm trying to do with you. If that is not working, that means your class is not, more productive than last time, you're not getting much out of it. That should worry both of us, and you should tell me, right? But of course, at the start, you wouldn't know. We haven't even discussed the more, right? So to speak. Okay?
Okay.
But that is what we're trying to do. And you should expect that in the next 2 weeks, you feel that your chemistry class is more manageable and productive, right? Yep. How much more, you will know when you see it, but there should be an improvement. Because our tuition time will never be enough. Okay, that's not the goal anyway. Now, if your aim for tuition is to replace your class, it won't be enough. Not for 2 subjects, not for chemistry term 3. Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure of that, right? But that was never my original intention. If that's your original intention, then you better tell me. Okay. But that wasn't. My original intention is to make you more productive in class. So to make you, basically happier in class, right? And that way you have more productive time in chemistry and physics. And that way improvement, and that way. I haven't asked you though. You say that your chemistry class, for example, is not productive this reason, that reason. Is there another reason, like for example, the class is very noisy, or somebody talked to you a lot in chemistry class?
No, that's not the problem.
Right. So that is the distraction is not the problem.
No, there's not really much distractions during chem class.
Okay. I'll take it as a positive thing. That is actually positive. So all we have to do is to understand a little bit more before class and to understand more during the class, the practices. Okay, that's all we have to do. Let's see whether that's doable or not. Are we okay so far with all that?
Yes.
Okay. So no schedule on WA3, right? But will it happen?
Yeah.
Okay, then at least any idea whether it will happen in the early one, middle term, or end of term?
Most time is midterm.
Like 5 weeks from now.
Yeah, around there.
Right. Now, your more worksheet. So this is a good time. You bring it back.
More worksheet?
Yeah, the one you did in class. Okay, so show me first on your camera everything. Show me so I can pick up from there and see what happens. All right, okay, let's see something. So it's fine. What I'm saying is good and fine. Do you have any question for page 1?
Page 1 is fine. Page 2 is fine.
Okay.
I think I was a bit unsure about page 2, but I think I sort of get it already.
So what do let's say your teacher give you the, okay, go, I can see you, yeah. Let's say the teacher gave you the worksheet, right? So what does he expect? As in you finish it or you don't, or what is it?
He gives like what us like homework, so just ask us finish a certain amount of it.
Okay, then after you finish it, then what will happen in class?
We submit it to him.
And he will mark it, and then that's it. Nothing else.
Yeah, but
No
we get it back
discussion.
quite some time later.
Quite some time later. Oh, quite some time later. Well, that's not helpful. And no discussion, just the marking itself.
Yeah, not much discussion. Just like go through answer. That's it.
Okay. So in this page, what do you want to ask? Sorry, go to the page that you want to ask something first. At least let me get where you are. Okay, I'll copy it in the Jamboard page. Yeah. People, I think you finished by yesterday, right?
Today.
Oh, today, right. Okay, how do you feel so far?
Chem, okay, no. Okay, let's start Chem. Chem, I mean, it felt difficult as usual, but I feel like I definitely improved a lot from last time. There was one ionic equilibrium question that I managed to do.
Wonderful.
And I managed to check also, and I got the exact number. So yes.
Nice.
Yeah, improvement but I don't know whether or not I'll do well, but there's improvement. Math was bad.
Just a minute. Andrew, go to page 13. Okay. The Andrew chemistry Jamboard. Okay. Right. Okay. Yes, Kiko. So you're saying that math is bad. So both paper 1 and paper 2 are under expectation. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But now I know that the questions are really just like difficult. There was one extremely weird sequences and series question. What else? Oh, the integration. I think the other day I asked you how to integrate a second cube, right?
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, this one they asked us to integrate sine cube. And I struggled with that also. And then there was another very weird integration. How is it? The applications of differentiation. It involved very weird like trigo differentiation also, if I remember correctly.
So as expected, yeah. So Andrew, I give you the hints. If you don't understand, you tell me. That should give you how to work it out already. Yes, Kiko.
Oh yeah, I forgot. The DE. I didn't manage to do it at all because they used an economic term. They used an economic term and I didn't know what the economic term meant. I don't take econs.
Of course, but there's not a requirement.
Yeah, but they didn't define it or anything, so I really couldn't get the equation. Then the rest of the question I also cannot do.
Well, that's a bit surprising.
Yeah.
Not for you, no, not for you, the situation. Okay, that. Well, that's surprising.
Let me think.
Andrew, do you get the hint?
Sorry.
Do you get the hint? Yes.
I'm a bit confused because how does because the question gives it that room temperature and pressure.
Right.
So how does that make a difference? Because they mention it.
So at room temperature and pressure, that means nothing to worry about. Let me just give you the brief summary. In O level, it will strictly speaking, it will never be not at room temperature and pressure. Now, again, what does it mean is that in RTP, this works
Okay.
for all gases. For all gases. I'm assuming that you learn a few things here, even just by reading already. If you don't understand why I write this, then better ask. Okay. If you're waiting, maybe you take a note in the Jamboard first. Okay. I'm assuming that you roughly know what's going on. Okay. So your question is good. My answer is that means you don't have to worry at all. Can you accept?
Okay.
Okay, for O level, yeah. For O level. Right. Okay. So yeah, Pico. DE, right? And then
Complex, if I remember, it wasn't too bad, but I did kind of forget what an Argon diagram was. None like I plotted the coordinates wrongly. That was just like momentary like brain fart. But besides that, complex was okay.
Okay. Oh, that's an improvement, right? Okay.
Vectors, there was a show question. Was it a show question? There was one part which I couldn't do. But the rest were okay.
That's the non-number part.
Yeah, it's a non-number one.
So 3 marks, maybe something like that.
Oh, okay. I remember there was like a kite diagram of a kite, and then they had like the two diagonals. Then they asked us to prove using vectors how prove that the two lines are perpendicular.
Really? You cannot do that? Really?
Yeah. Because there weren't like any values also. It was just OA, OB, OC. Yeah. There wasn't even like the OA equals to the small letter A, that one. It was just OA, OB, OC.
Right. But 3 marks. What about something like a 3 marks thingy?
I don't know if that was meant to be 3 marks. There was also a differentiation question involving modulus. And then after that, they asked us to... Wait, what? Oh yeah, I need to find tangent. After that, using the tangent, I need to find some area. But that one, I think I panicked a bit. So...
Use the GC to help you with modular stuff.
I think my gradients were like negative when they weren't supposed to be negative. That's why I was panicking a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's basically okay. Bio was okay. This one was very regurgitation heavy. Today's one.
Slightly
but
different
it's quite
than
easy. Yeah.
And do pay attention to the Jamboard. Are you looking at the Jamboard?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now you do remember most of the math.
Yes.
So differentiation wasn't giving you much problem, the application of differentiation, right?
Oh no, because it involved trigo, I struggle with it a bit. It was like tangent in second.
Differentiation, really? Struggle also?
Wait, I can't remember. I can't remember what the question was.
Oh, okay.
Okay, it was tangent something minus tangent something, and then the if I remember correctly, it was tangent 35 over x minus tangent 20 over x. So like the value inside like was different. I don't know how to combine combine the thing together.
Not understand.
I don't know if I'm
Andrew.
remembering it correctly. Yeah, something like that.
Andrew, you're combining the mole and the mass step already.
Sorry.
Andrew, you're already combining the mole and the mass step. If you want to know the mole, you stop here. You want to know the mass, you type with MR. You're already timing it with MR. That means you already arrive at the mass. Does this make any sense?
Yes.
Okay, then you should write down 8.8 gram, and you shouldn't time MR one more time. That already does not make sense. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure you understand it? Are you
I
sure?
understand.
Okay.
I already have the MR from just now.
Yeah. Okay. We'll continue with the next one. Okay. So let's see. So Keiko, you're saying that math you practice the most, right?
I think so.
Simply, it may be simply, it's not. Okay, sorry. Andrew, you don't get this, huh? 8.8 is already gram. You don't get this. One more time, huh? 8.8 is already gram. That 8.8, you already timed the MR twice. Doesn't it feel weird to you that you must times the MR twice to arrive to gram? You think about it for a while. Correct or not?
Yeah.
So when you 4.8 over 24, that's already the mole. That's 1 over 5 mole, 0.2 mole. That's the mole. When you times the mole with MR, you get gram. That one you know it. Now, are you sure you understand this?
Yeah, I understand now. I just
Sure.
Yeah, I confused myself.
Right. You are combining two steps. I mean, good if you know what's going on, right? So this is not number of mole. Okay? If you want to write this down, it must be number. It's a mass already.
Okay.
Okay. You cannot say number of mole. Correct that, please.
Okay.
The front one. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You face the same problem with B. If you don't understand, you repeat the problem again. If you understand, then you see whether you understand B. Okay. Okay, go. You're saying that either the practice is not difficult enough, or you did miss a lot of skill gaps, or somehow the skill gap that you miss is overrepresented in your exam.
I think
now, which one is which?
I didn't focus on practicing my manipulation enough. Yeah. Because
I think that you mean advanced manipulation, is it? Not
I guess,
obvious manipulation.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay, all right.
Because I did know how to do the questions, but couldn't. Yeah. Except for the sequences and series one. Then I had no idea how to do.
No, that's fine. Okay, I never felt that you were strong there anyway. Right.
Okay, no, the sequences and series one, they gave like a very weird sequence. Then they asked us by coming up with like two geometric sequences of our own. We need to present the sequence that they gave in using those two geometric sequences. And then find the sum.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta see the question. I mean, safe to say that it's not standard.
Yeah, that is not standard at all.
Do the paper one stick to the, just general rule of 2.5 question, very difficult, or not 2.5? Actually, maybe we say 15 to 20 marks. 20 marks is maximum. Does it stick to that, you think?
Let me think.
So far, so good, Andrew.
Okay, I feel like the only unconventional question was the sequences and series one, but the rest are mainly manipulation, especially for integration and differentiation.
That's fair. That's where
Mm.
fair. That's fair. The not obvious manipulation, I feel.
I think so.
So it is a skill gap, and you know that from
I think
before
so.
exam,
Yes.
you know that before exam, you face it. Oh yeah, that's true. That is a confirmation. Good. But that's not half bad. So if that kind of makes you panic, if that's the reason why you panic, that's the reason why you panic, then it doesn't sound so bad, actually. I mean, to be fair, if you did not practice the few things that calms you down, whatever reading lah, this lah, that lah, order lah, practicing for exam, la 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 la, you may panic more lah. Is that safe to say?
I think so.
I mean, in our situation, it's safe to say you just cannot do lah. It's not that you panic, therefore you cannot do. You cannot do, therefore you panic a bit.
Okay, I
like
think
that.
the panic only applies to one question.
Which is?
The modulus differentiation. Because I got a negative gradient when I wasn't supposed to.
And you cannot find the mistake.
Yeah.
Fair. Understood. Andrew, don't adjust your paper. Look at your video and adjust your camera. Don't adjust your paper, please. If you adjust your paper, you keep having to do that. Yeah. Now go down a bit more. Go down a bit more. That means, yeah. This is better. Good. Now I can follow what you're doing. I don't even. Oh, okay. Good. Okay, your 2A is fine. Your 2B will be the same thing. So you know Avogadro number, is it, Andrew?
Yes.
Okay. Right. When you do the next one, I don't know what it is, then you show me and you try to do it first. Right. So Keiko, if you dare, because you remember most of your exam, right? Format, right? Make a prediction about your paper 1 and paper 2 separately.
Wow. I mean, I did try to grab as many method marks as I can, but I also don't know how generous the method marks are.
No, just make a prediction. It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, if I fail, I won't be surprised, honestly.
But I'm not asking whether you fail or not.
Maybe around D-E range.
No. The score. How many marks did you get?
I really don't know how many method marks I'll be getting.
You can't even. Okay, I'm gonna. Paper 1, right? Paper 1 first, right? Out of how many? Sorry, this time.
100.
So the paper 1 is longer lah. So to speak lah. Right. Okay. 50.
That's a D. Yes.
50 out of 100. Okay, right. 55 out of 100. Andrew, can you do the next question? You think?
Yes, I'll try.
Okay. Could you move it up a bit so I can follow? So this time I don't give you any hint, right? So okay, good. Okay, good. What do you think, Jacob?
I feel like 55 might be possible if I can get enough method marks.
So you're saying that it's 50 to 55, but
maybe
not
I'm also
45.
not sure if my answers are correct. For the ones
those things are fair. Those things are fair. It's okay. 45, probably not lah.
Hopefully not.
Okay, for paper 1, yeah. Okay. And then for paper 2.
Some of 70, I think. I also don't know if my PNC is correct.
But you can make a prediction. 70, right? Okay, I'm gonna start with 45.
Of 70, that's
You're missing out 25 marks. That feels a lot to me, you know, considering your
it.
paper two. Really, yeah? You think you missed that much? Really?
I really don't know. Okay, no lah. For paper two, I didn't leave any blanks, I think. Try to write as much as I can, but I also don't know if it's correct.
Well then, 45, 40. $35 billion.
I don't know. Maybe.
35, really? Yes?
I only answered 2 full questions. The other questions were all like hanging working.
Not easy. But then again, the statistics is not full, right? Then again, I mean, 35, you're left with the last normal, the regression, and another pure, right? What's the missing pure? I don't get that. Huh. You have 3 pure mark question, right? What was the last missing pure? Hey, that's so weird. That's weird.
There was 5 steps.
Huh? The pure in paper 2 cannot be worth 40 marks, right? Is it? Was it?
It is worth 40 marks.
Oh, your statistics is only worth 30 marks?
40. What?
No. It's out of 70 marks.
Yeah,
the pure
40.
is.
Oh, pure is 30, yes.
Oh, your pure is 30. So what is missing in pure? Oh. Well, I didn't get that part.
We only had vectors, Maclaurin, and the inverse function thing.
I mean, we have to take into account everything with paper 1. I don't get what are you missing for the next 10 marks, but maybe more vectors? Maybe, I don't know. Oh, curious. Anyway, so 35 out of 70 then. Yeah, I'm not asking you to be optimistic or pessimistic. Yeah. Your prediction, right? Your predictions. Okay, so 35, yes?
I guess.
Okay. And so Andrew, I'm trying to follow you. I can see your but it's very blurred. I wonder why. Is the connection that bad? Cannot be, right?
I don't think it's connection problem. I usually don't have that.
Yeah, usually you sound well. I can't. Okay, I can read your. Oh, now it's better. Okay, I'm gonna copy that for that. Okay, right, okay, got it. So, okay, go and see. Safe to say, people, that you know what you need to improve on before prelim. I mean, wait. So I'm sorry. Yeah. There's a prelim, right? Safe to say that you know what to improve before prelim. And this is not according to your goal, right? Your goal is 70%. But considering there's so many things that happen during this, preparation and holiday, right? Everything, and considering all the syllabus and everything, safe to say that it could definitely go worse, right?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I don't sound disappointed lah, if you get what I mean. You may be like, I mean, you may be, but I'm normal with it, I guess. Considering that this is not prelim. If this is prelim, I would be worried. It's just time. It's just time. Time-wise, we have a lot of time to improve ourselves. And we know where to improve ourselves. Right? We know. But that's an important thing. Yeah. What do you think?
Okay, sorry?
What do you think?
I mean, I was planning to work on it like over the next 2 months before prelims, but then I just found out that my school is they're making us do tutorials again.
What does that mean? I'm sorry. Tell me, what does that mean?
Like they're printing out tutorials for like each chapter again. For like every subject for the next 2 months before prelims.
Not even the assignment. Not even the assignment.
I'm not sure, but they have tutorials according to chapters now. That's all I know.
Right. I understand. Let's talk about that just a minute. So Andrew, I believe your answer is correct, save for simplifying to 4:1. That's a math problem, not a chemistry problem. Do you understand? Simplify. Jamboard, page 14.
Okay. Okay, I get it.
Yeah, so it's a math problem, not a chemistry problem. Your chemistry seems okay to me. Okay. Did you get this question during class or just now, or when how come you can do this question?
I got it like 2 days ago.
No. Like, how come you can do this question tree, you think? Like just now you can do, in class you already can do, or?
In class, I think I can already do, but I need a bit of guidance because I think it's the first time seeing this kind of questions.
Move on then, move on. This is still very important. These are the basics of what is important, right? Please try. As far as you can, as far as you can. And suddenly you have a long question, right? Suddenly. Okay. Let me copy the question first so that you can ask me through Jamboard. Show me the top one. Show me the top part.
I already finished the top one.
Okay, right.
It's mainly the second question.
I've already put it in the Jamboard. Oh, I put it wrong. Never mind. Go ahead. You go ahead. Go ahead and read it. So, Keiko, before we close the update, would you mind giving a prediction for Chem and Bio?
I think Chem, I'm honestly not sure, but I think it's an improvement. Could be a C.
Yep, but a percent would be
Okay, it's 55.
however marks 55 out of 100.
Yeah.
So is it 1 out of 100? Sorry, I don't know what's it. Oh, it is right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be paper 2, right? And paper 2, right?
Paper 2, paper 3, paper 1.
Oh, in total,
Yeah.
it will be 55%.
Yeah.
Okay, curious. Okay, and then your Bio.
Bio should be a safe B, I think.
And that will be in percent?
60.
Right.
If I can get A, I won't be surprised also, I guess. I don't know how the paper 3 will go though. So yeah.
But 60% is very far from A1, right?
Yeah, it honestly depends on my paper 3 because the paper 3 was a lot of application, right? So I have no way of knowing.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, pretending that your prediction is correct, your H2 are safe, considering that it is not flames. Considering all that. Yeah. Yeah, very safe. Very safe.
Okay.
Very safe. Considering a lot of things that happen. Is there anything else you want to share?
Okay, overall for Chem and Bio, I think there's improvement in terms of both the content and exam skills. Because for Chem MCQ last time, right, I would just panic all the way. But this time it felt like I was very calm throughout and I could do most of the questions, I think.
Yep.
I mean, math, I feel like the concepts are there, yes, but the manipulation is something I have to fix now. Yeah.
And with that, are you settled with your media?
I think so.
Understood. Andrew, any questions so far?
Yes. So do I just have to get something that is... I actually don't know what to put for this question.
Okay. So this is like a super jump, right? Super jump. Now, Kiko, let me confirm that you currently don't have any homework right now, right?
I have to do like 2 tutorials.
You have to do your what? Sorry.
Okay, I have one bio tutorial, the very last chapter, which wasn't tested for mid-year. Math, regression also lah. Yeah.
Would you kindly? Oh, you're already at regression. Okay. Never taught you anything about that. I need to do that for a while. Then we have to discuss the repeat tutorial thingy lah, right? That is not good for you lah. For you lah.
Yeah.
To some other people, yes lah. To you. Let's talk about that in a while, right? Okay, so Andrew, you probably have not seen this setup before lah.
No, never seen.
You probably also do not understand what all this means lah.
About half of it.
I won't blame you here right now. Definitely not lah. So let's point out a few things that we don't know. We don't know what's nickel carbonyl. You never heard about carbonyl, and the word carbonyl. Yeah, page 15. Yes, sure. Carbonyl is not in the O-level syllabus. Get used to it. In questions, they will give you things which seems to be outside the syllabus because it is outside the syllabus. That's just how they do things. But they must observe good manners when doing that lah. The question maker must explain to you whatever is necessary when they include things outside the syllabus. That's number one. So that you can at least understand roughly what you need to understand, right? That's one. Secondly, the answer must be from the syllabus. So even though he's giving you something outside the syllabus, whatever the process or the things that's happening or what is very similar to the syllabus, so that you can answer from the syllabus, if that makes some sense.
Yes.
So they won't ask you, hey, what's nickel carbonyl? They won't, right? But they can expect you to understand what's decomposition. For example, I know that you will be learning that later. So maybe this question is jumping a little bit ahead of yourself. Okay. Or he can expect you to understand the steps here, weighing a sample, or you should understand injected, whatever that means, you should understand, blah, blah. And then what to do with the mass, the volume, and blah, blah, blah is definitely within your mole chapter. Now, this is where your mole chapter kicks in, to be fair, right? This does look like a mole chapter if you just see the last part.
Yeah.
Okay. So this question is training you to relax when you see something new, or at least that's the good intention of the question. Whatever you don't understand, if he doesn't explain to you in the question, for now, you pretend that you don't need to know. For example, what the heck is the chemical formula of nickel carbonyl? You don't know, and you don't have to know. You pretend that is true for now. Okay? So that you don't feel too distracted by what you don't know, so that you can use what you know. Am I making any sense right now?
Yes.
Now, this is how you might feel in one of the exam questions. Not all, but one or two of the exam questions will be like this one. The feeling of something new and the feeling of something familiar mixed together. Yeah. Now, let me try to help you with the purpose of vapor X. So here's a vapor X right here. Vapor X. So the liquid to be measured is inside the syringe into here, right? That's the liquid, right? You can tell from the setup that the vapor is outside. The vapor is outside the syringe. That's vapor X. Make sense? So the vapor to heat the liquid and vaporizing it, temperature is 100 degrees. He tells you something like that. Okay, so the liquid boiling point is only 43 degrees. Like 100 degrees should be enough to boil the liquid. Making sense so far?
Yep.
These are term 1 stuff, right? Term 1 or term 2. I mean, if you look at this, it should be easy for you to give a suggestion for X. Should be easy. What is it?
Low boiling point.
No, that's the low boiling point of the liquid. The vapor is 100 degrees,
Or water vapor.
Yeah, like this vapor, you read this vapor, you think that's the vapor of the blue guy or the red guy? Blue guy or red guy?
Sorry, what do you mean by that? Could you repeat the question? Thank you.
Okay, so the vapor X comes from here, go in here. Vapor X is separated from the liquid. The liquid is the nickel carbonate. Am I correct?
Yes.
So the red and the blue, but of course the blue is heating up the red, because the container is being heated. So this 100 degree is the temperature of the blue or the red?
Blue.
Blue. And will therefore be the temperature of the red after a while. Physics.
Yes.
If you're 100 degree and this is colder, then the hot guy will make the colder guy as hot as him, so to speak. If that makes some sense.
Yes.
Okay, so after a while, the red liquid will become 100. Currently, maybe it's not, but the X definitely is 100. By that, you suggest that X is H2O vapor. Okay. That should be it, Andrew. There shouldn't be any more suitable candidate, is what I feel.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. So, shall we move on to the next part? Wait, I missed. Okay. So just to confirm that you haven't.
Sorry.
If you think it is water vapor, temperature is 100, blah, blah, then that's what you write. Okay, that's what you write. Whether it's right or wrong, you'll find out after the thing, but I think it's a good candidate. Keiko, just to confirm, you didn't put anything in the Jamboard yet, right?
No.
Okay. So, shall we talk about the tutorial thing?
Can, yeah.
So, the repetition is for all subjects.
I think so, yes. I know for math and bio is confirmed like that.
Okay,
Not sure
see,
about
yeah.
chem.
So what will happen if you don't do the bio tutorial? Again, I
My
cannot
teacher will
imagine that
scold me.
you're right.
I
Coding is
mean,
not that bad, right?
Hmm?
If you show him that you practice other better things, lah.
I don't know. I mean, the bio tutorial, because I technically memorized everything already, I can kind of speed through it.
Writing, man, writing through it.
I can just take it as a time practice at home and try to complete each question in like 10 minutes so it doesn't take too long.
Talk about math first, right? Fine. Talk about math. Right. Then in math, if you don't do all the tutorial, but some, right? That'd be okay.
Previously, our teacher expected us to hand in the tutorial, but now I'm not sure because it's revision already, right?
To be fair, certain topics you want, to be fair. I think that's fair. The integration one, I would definitely suggest that.
Yeah, yes.
So that's clear. You still have to do the regression. That's fine. I have no comment on PMC. I feel that it's always a waste of time until the end. When you have no more things left to do, you practice PMC, right? But that's up to you. Other than that, if you're going to practice sequence and series, I suppose that makes sense. So what makes sense is sequence and series, integration, differentiation. I have no comment right now. I really have no comment right now. Anyway, you'll be practicing your differentiation in integration, I feel. I feel that.
Okay,
so I don't think that's
the sequences and series. The question in the paper was just very weird, but generally that topic for me is quite strong.
Okay. Which eliminates the tutorial. Because tutorial is not useful. If you want to practice, we practice something useful. That's the point. It's not that we don't want to practice. That's not what we are trying to do. We're trying to practice something useful. If not, we're actually reducing our time.
Yeah, I think so.
That is nonsense. That is nonsense. That's really nonsense. However, some people should be doing this right now, right? When there's still time. Right? Yeah. And the school is helping it by printing out it, printing it out. Some people, well, most people cannot reprint the tutorial, to be fair. I don't know. I don't know what does it mean to reprint the tutorial. I thought it's just a list of questions, but whatever, whatever. Some people need that. Some people do. Hey, Andrew, I'm just copying. Okay. Andrew, currently, are you stuck or?
I have to refer to the other page to get smart.
Okay. Right. So I feel like for your math, Keiko, you should. The integration one will take some time. That part is true. So once you finish that, then maybe we can talk about what to do.
Okay.
Maybe. But I feel that if you address that, you'll be happy. You'll be happy anyway.
Yes.
So that will take you for the next 3 weeks, probably. Both your regression and your integration.
Regression, I'm planning to finish over the weekend, actually.
So this week done?
I think I did half already before the June holidays.
You understand most things already, right? Yeah. So, but no surprises there. No surprises there. Yeah. Totally fine. Totally fine with that. That one's clear, Bio, I have no comment, and
I think bio is fine.
You do you know your bio. So for the next 3 weeks, not a big problem. Like you know what to focus on, you know what to do, it'll be beneficial. And then I don't think most people can finish the tutorial, strictly speaking. I don't think so. I think The school's trying to be helpful, I think.
Yeah, they
Whoever
increase the
wants
number
to.
of lessons also. So I have very few breaks in between my lessons.
Right. Let's talk about that. So far, we are actually talking about things that you probably do after school, right? Probably lah, right? Probably. Let me see.
Okay, I think I can send you my timetable.
Sure thing, sure thing. Scary stuff, right? So this should be scary, right?
If I'm not wrong, the supplementary is now compulsory for everyone. I think. And why reach I just take it as a break lah. In the past, my timetable, because we in term 2 we didn't have live lectures, so the timetable was more relaxed. Then I could do like work during my breaks or after school, because I end very early also.
Oh, this is the timetable with the increase.
Yeah.
Right? Oh,
I mean,
doesn't look
compared
that
to
bad.
last time is not as favorable.
Well, at least it doesn't look that bad. It looks quite free to me. Look quite free. Huh? Like this. Okay. If they are productive, then no complaints. If they're productive, like. Well, I have no comments at all. Most days end very early. For me, lah. And
I mean,
they have
compared to last
reasonable
time,
breaks.
it's not as early.
Well, are you worried about being productive or not?
I don't really like studying in school.
Oh, I forget that.
Yeah, it's very humid. It's very humid there.
I have to think about it for a while. Let me just digest that. Please do your stuff. Okay. Going back with you, Andrew. Okay, now Andrew, you must think carefully like this. Okay. Now this is, I believe, a math issue, not a chemistry issue. Let me repeat this, Andrew. Yeah? What I'm about to say is a math issue, not a chemistry issue. Obviously, physics use math, and obviously, chemistry use math. You gotta stop working for. The math in chemistry is not as complicated as A math, for example, but it is a math. It is a math, right? So now, use your logic a little bit. The vapor collected is 29.5. Okay, that's a good start, right? 29.5. And then he go tell you something new. This is something new. 1 mole of that 100 degree and pressure of 1 atmosphere is 31,000 centimeter cube. This is not RTP, correct or not? Not RTP.
Yes.
So you are asking, what's RTP? Oh, we don't care. Oh, this is not RTP. Oh, what's their responsibility? They give you something new. And I agree that we should be using it. I think you understand. I got to use it. My concern is not therefore your chemistry, it's your math. 29.5 centimeter cube is the vapor. You're telling yourself 29.5 centimeter cube is 1,050 mole. That's what you're saying to yourself, right? Whereas the information they give you is 1 mole is 31,000, right? If 1 mole is 31,000, 1,000 mole is how many centimeter cube?
Sorry? Oh yeah, I think
Listen to
I
me.
know my mistake already.
You understand me?
Yes,
Right.
it's 29. So is it 29.5 over 31,000?
31,000. Now, instead of answering you that, I'm going to comment. That's a math or logic problem. That's not strictly speaking a chemistry problem, strictly speaking. Which therefore you don't solve by referring to a formula. For example, it's more of a math or logic problem. I can tell you what's right and what's wrong. Or maybe I can tell you that what you did in part one is wrong because it doesn't make sense, not because the formula is wrong. Okay. You sense that, right? You sense that.
Oh, yes.
Correct or not? Now, the question is 29.5 over 31,000. Is that correct or not according to you, your logic, not formula? No formula is helping you here. That one I can guarantee. Logically or mathematically or whatever, common sense, do you think that's correct?
What is
To flip
correct?
it. To flip it, like, the one that you say, like, 29.5 over 31,000.
Let me think.
You can even try pressing it in your calculator. Like, okay.
Yeah, I think should be because it's basically 1 divided by the 31,000 then times 29.5. Is it?
Times 13. I'm sorry, what is it? So you fix that? You fix that? Have you fixed it?
I was thinking like, I'll say it's the same as this. 9.5.
Okay, and the answer is still 1,000. Are you sure? By the way, it says 31,000.
No,
Okay, you're
I
missing
haven't
one
changed
zero.
my.
Oh, yeah, you're missing 1 0 also. You're missing 1 0 also. 31,000. Right. Okay. You look at your answer and you tell me whether that makes some sense or not. Sub O SUP.
Makes a lot more sense because it's a lot smaller.
Yeah. And that is what you would expect logically, right?
I guess.
Let me just confirm that 29.5 times 31,000 is not making any sense also.
Yep.
Okay. You understand what I'm saying? This is not a formula problem. This is not a chemistry problem. I don't think so. It's a logic or common sense or math problem. Okay. Just like the MR, I feel that it's more like that. So be aware to use it. Is what I'm trying to say. Your logic does count. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you do your stuff for part 2 first. Part 2 is using your answer. Okay, try part 2. So Keiko should be clear that if your sub is not compulsory to you, then you don't join the sub, right? Don't think. Well,
no,
I mean, camp sub up to you, lah.
No, that was in term 2. Now it's compulsory.
Oh, now it's compulsory. Right.
Okay,
Now it's
I know for
compulsory.
math is compulsory. Like, I'm not sure about the rest.
Besides the fact that it's humid, I remember you telling me that the math class is not very conducive for learning. Is that correct?
Yeah.
As in not just environment, as in not just physical environment, but
quite slow, yes.
Oh, it's quite slow. That's the problem.
And most of the time I already know how to do the question.
Well, you do have free reign to do your own questions. Am I correct to say that? All you have to do is prepare that questions up, those questions up to do.
Yeah, I just have to prepare.
If that makes sense.
Wait, what?
If that makes sense, because if that's what you do, then I believe that's enough for prelim. You just don't follow the school tempo, but you are definitely being productive by simply deciding on what to do. Something that we could discuss if you need to.
Oh, okay. So basically
Makes
just do what I
sense,
did in term 2 lah.
Which is what? Sorry, which is?
I didn't follow the school tempo at all.
Oh, you already do that. Yeah, yeah. Yes. Who
Okay.
cares? Just do what we need to do, right? Do what we need to do. Yes, that's enough. That's really enough. Too bad about the place, but other than that, no other problems lah. That would make some sense.
Okay.
Then we can discuss because it's no longer the most obvious thing what to do, right? Because there is no more a syllabus to follow, right? So let's do the next tutorial. There's no more tutorial, right? After integration, what do we practice? We can talk about it.
I feel I want to do probability. Because there's this Venn diagram question that I haven't been able to figure out. And it came out for the paper 2 also.
Fair. It's sometimes come out. So I guess it's a good thing. Interesting, Andrew. You proceed first. I guess that's fair, Keiko. I guess that's fair.
Actually, I think my main problem is integration and differentiation sometimes, if it's weird.
So if you do practice that, right, and we move on even to not just tutorial, but we move on to the tough exam stuff, right? Definitely you'll see progress, if that's what you mean. Definitely you will see progress, because I feel that you are definitely missing. I don't know how to describe it. The sense of what you're supposed to do. No, I'm sorry. The sense of what you can try. The sense, yeah. But that's easily rectified by practicing, practicing. Kind of.
Also, like for term 3, I think I need to focus more on lit and GP also. Chem and bio is okay. Don't need to focus so much on it already. Chem, I think I just need to do consistent practice, should be fine. But yeah, Chem and lit and GP, that one need to start working on it.
It feels like that, I suppose. Feels like not much comments on that one, right? But it feels that you have the time necessary, right? That feels about right before feeling.
I think so.
After 1 week, I will ask you a more detailed plan for your prelim, starting from the goals. What will you practice for it? Because again, we're not going to practice everything. I don't think that's a strategy. Let's practice everything. Okay, sure. I mean, right. My point is, you know what to focus on, right? Right. Maybe in 1 week's time, if that is a good time. Okay,
I have one question.
Yes, please. Yeah.
But I'm gonna finish up the remaining 2 topical tutorial over the weekend, right? Then next week should I just not do anything at all?
Let me answer Andrew. Okay, so Andrew, where did you get the 33? I was trying to figure out where did you get the 33?
1 more of
33 or 31? The liquid is not H2O, You gotta get that straight first, The liquid is not H2O.
They're not the vapor. Okay.
The liquid is the nickel carbonyl, right?
Okay. So I want to calculate the oxygen by accident.
Right. So for C part 2, again, C part 2 is definitely weird. C part 1, C part 2, the whole question is weird. partly because it's not RPT. It's very rare to see this question. So it's a good practice. Now, if this is not normal, they must give you the information you need. That's their responsibility. Your responsibility is to figure out what to use from what they give you. In that sense, reading becomes very important. Reading comprehension. This is exactly like English reading comprehension. You have to understand the article. If not, you cannot answer the question. Not making any sense of it.
Yes.
So I will be explaining what they give you because I think that's the expectation here, right? Now, the liquid is going to be a vapor, correct? The liquid is going to be a vapor. Make sense first?
Yeah. Wait, what?
Okay. One more time. If you don't understand that, you have some problem with your reading. Some problem. I mean, it's not easy to read, but still, that's the problem. The liquid will become vapor. The nickel carbonyl liquid will become vapor inside this thing.
Yeah,
Look at the gem box, right?
I get it.
Correct. And the vapor is not vapor X. Vapor X is another vapor used to heat the liquid to become his own vapor.
Yes, I get it.
So the blue is the X and the red is the vapor from the liquid, right? Now, let's be clear first. For part C, you are trying to think about the X or the nickel carbonyl.
Sorry, what? Well, initially, I was thinking of oxygen.
Which I'm not sure. I'm not sure why there's an X, because you already say that X is water, right? You did say that X is water, as in you guess that X is water, correct or not?
Mm-hmm.
So why do you suddenly switch to oxygen?
Misread the question.
So back to C. Is C concerned with X or is C concerned with nickel carbonate?
Nickel carbonate.
Fair, yeah. I also think so. We are either both right or both wrong. I won't tell you, but at least I agree with you. Now, back to this part. You're still at page 15, right? Okay, page 15. So this part is the most important thing of the reading. So this mass of the liquid sample, X or liquid carbonate.
Sorry, what?
Look, the nickel carbonyl is, I keep saying nickel carbonyl here, nickel carbonate, the thing that you're injecting here, the thing that you don't know nothing about, nickel carbonate, okay? This mass of liquid sample is X or nickel carbonate.
Sorry, the injected one is nickel carbonate.
So this mass of liquid sample, 0.16 gram is X or nickel carbonate or something else.
0. What? Sorry.
Oh goodness me! Are you looking at the Jamboard? Are you looking at the Jamboard?
Oh, that is.
Oh, come on, man, come on.
Sorry.
Yeah. So what is it? X or nickel carbonate?
Nickel carbonate.
Okay, at least I agree with you. So call it NiC, whatever, nickel carbonate. Then the volume of vapor below that, X or nickel carbonate?
Sorry, the vapor is X.
Yes. No, that's nickel carbonate, at least to me lah. How do I know? Because you're trying to measure the volume of the nickel carbonyl vapor, right?
Oh, so.
Right? I don't think you're measuring the volume of the X lah. I don't think so. Make sense or not?
Yeah. So
that's
over here,
why
I'm trying to find the.
Yes.
When they say most of liquid that was vaporized, do they mean by the nickel carbonate?
Because that seems to be the liquid lah. The liquid seems to be nickel carbonate, right?
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, you got it. Because yeah. Again, I am sure because the volume of the vapor that was measured is not the X. The X they never measured. How do I know? I am reading the question. It is based on my reading comprehension. It's not because I know more than you. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Because I read and comprehend more, so to speak. Next question. Okay. Can you do something different with part 2 then? I'm sorry, Keiko. You're saying about a certain plan?
Oh, I was just okay. So I have to admit that on Tuesday and Wednesday, right, I got a bit burnt out, so I didn't revise that much.
Wait,
So
tell me
now
again.
I'm
Which
trying to
Tuesday
see,
and Wednesday? Sorry? Which one? Which Tuesday and Wednesday are we talking about?
yesterday and the day before.
Tell me again. Why are you burnt out?
Why am I burnt out?
Yeah. If you could know why. If you could.
I think I was just tired of studying.
Oh, sian.
Yeah, sian lah.
You're sian. Yes. And if it is truly a burnout, sian qualifies a mental burnout, right? Okay.
So
If
I'm
it
trying
is,
to see if should pace myself a bit more.
before you pace, of course you have to pace, but before you pace, if the burnout is simply because you have been trying to be very alert for a long time, right? Okay. Then the cure is very simple. You stop being productive for a while. The sickness doesn't count one.
Yeah, so I was wondering if I should just not do anything next week lah, apart from the compulsory tutorials that I can probably speed through.
Definitely. Yeah, nobody is forcing you to start very early.
Okay.
That one is true. That one is, I think, the conclusion from this mid-year. You are already doing quite a lot of things, even though the goal is not reached. Yeah, even though. That is fair. Noting that, I don't expect a lot of things on Sunday, for example, right? That you keep up with regression, for example. Just keep up with regression. I'm not expecting you to start the integrate whatever. No, none of that thing. None of that thing. I actually expect you to evaluate your situation, which is what you're doing. Your condition, your situation, and what you're going to do for the next 2 months. I think for prelim, right? 2 months. You have 2 months. Yeah, September mid should be your prelim, right?
I think it starts on 29 August.
Yeah. Okay. 7 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is about the same time that we have back then when we were planning for your year, basically.
Yes.
Yeah. And you know that the tempo is not like chonga until we die. Know that.
I don't think that's the case anymore. It's different now. Yeah.
And why bother chong now, right? There is no point. There's really no point. But you know that already. You know that. So I totally agree with your conclusion that you should be resting for a while. You should not be productive for a while, so to speak. You're right. I will agree with you.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, we'll see what happens in the next 1 or 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
I suppose you can do what you want to do right now, right? If you happen to have a question, we still have 10 minutes.
No, I don't have.
Yeah. Then, if you want to, you can stay around. If you want to end slightly early, that's also fine.
Okay. Then I'll just leave.
Yep. I'll see you on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Excuse me, I'm a bit
So now again,
because like so far my understanding of MOL is like because they're asking me to get the mass, so I need the MR because I already have the MOL.
Precisely.
I don't really know
very good.
Equation.
Your conclusion is correct. No, your conclusion is correct. Your conclusion is very correct. Let me repeat. Your chemistry is okay. If you're thinking like that, your chemistry is working. And let me confirm that you do not know the chemical formula because look at part D. That's the first time he tell you anything about the chemical formula. You understand? First time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And even that is not full. You don't know the X. So even if you want to use that chemical formula in C, which you cannot do that. Do you understand? You cannot use the information in part D to do part C. You cannot. You understand that? That's the manner of doing an exam question.
Yeah.
Even if you want to, you cannot because you don't know the X. Okay. So in that sense, your chemistry is spot on. You are having trouble using your normal ways. Clear first? Clear?
Yep.
Okay. Now, therefore, your problem currently is not logic per se, like, C part 1. Your problem is reading comprehension. I guarantee you that first. So your solution to your problem needs to be from the reading and the comprehension. Am I making any sense right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any idea, maybe?
Maybe use the information from the first diagram to try to solve it.
Yeah, which is a very likely thing to do, by the way, very likely. But before I tell you which one, at least tell me which information might be what we need to use. At least make a guess.
Wait, underneath here,
Yeah.
is the vapor that they're talking about vapor X or the vapor of the nickel carbon?
So when you ask that, you are at least trying to comprehend, correct or not? Okay. I was giving you my reason. I comprehend that as nickel carbonate, not X. What is my reason? Because they tell me it is being measured. You see, the volume of vapor produced in a gas syringe was recorded. That vapor, is it X or Ni nickel carbonate?
Oh, yes, nickel carbonate. And they also didn't put
Okay.
X, so the only other vapor is the...
Yeah, so there are two vapors, to be fair, right? There are two vapors. But only vapor nickel carbonate is being recorded. So I believe that is nickel carbonate.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you can use it at part C1, I believe.
Okay.
Now, still, at C2, right, you probably need something from your reading. What would it be? You already used the 29.5 in C part 1, right?
No, also we already used
Which one?
as the 0.16 grams.
All right, the 0.16 gram. Have you used that? Really?
I don't think so.
Really? I don't think so.
Use the mass.
I mean, that is the mass of the liquid sample, which is the liquid is NiC, right? Nickel carbonate. He tells you that the volume of the vapor, which is also nickel carbonate, is that, right? That kind of thing, right? So I believe you're reading that now. If you're still stuck, you tell me, okay?
I'll try to attempt it again.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Sorry.
I'll try to attempt it again.
But since we're almost ending, one more minute, and then I have to tell you how to do it. To be fair, this is not easy, lah. To be fair, easy to understand. Huh? Okay, you have 1 minute to do it by yourself, Ken? Then I have to spoil it for you for now because you're still learning. Unfortunately, I will have to spoil it. Would that be okay?
That's okay.
Okay. Andrew, I'm seeing something here. Please first, in what unit is the mass?
Sorry?
In what unit is the mass?
Grams.
Okay. Now, you're telling yourself that the mass of 1 mole of liquid is a lot bigger than 0.16 gram. That's what you're saying. Am I correct?
Sorry, what?
The mass of 1 mole of the liquid is 168 gram, something, which is a lot more than 0.16 gram.
Yeah.
Correct? That feels okay to you. Let me just confirm that feels okay to you.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, now again, look at the Jamboard for a while. Now, after reading some logic, we have to play, right? And I feel at the very least, I think it makes sense for the gram to be a lot more. Now, I'll just do my own way, and you can compare, and then I'll stuff, right? So, nickel carbon 0.16 gram is 29.5 centimeter cube. Is, I don't know, what is that? Okay. 59 over 2000 mole, right? Something like that, correct? Am I correct? That's what is going on right now, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, so now for 1 mole, he is respecting for 1 mole and he wants how many gram? So I believe my chemistry is done and now my logic should kick in or my math should kick in. Now, what am I supposed to do with it? I believe I should be 0.16 times 2000 over 59, which I believe is what you did. I believe is what you did. Okay, that's my logic. It seems to agree with yours. We are either both correct or wrong. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Do you know how to do part B then? Do you realize that
I think so.
you don't have the
just use
MR?
just use the MR. We have the MR,
Okay.
so we can use it.
In X, in X, yeah, in X. Okay, in X. So be careful then. So if you can do that by yourself, should be proud. Is there any other question after this one? Just curious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this. Oh, but these teacher still not homework yet. Teacher asked us to do until here, then stop already.
I hope that you can do it by yourself. I hope that you slowly gain confidence to be able to do things by yourself. Right? Yeah, I hope. Right. Okay, good job, Andrew. I'll see you on next week.
Thank you for that.
All right. Okay. Okay, Ainesh, I understand what you're saying. All right. Show me your notes for the oxidation reduction first, right? Okay. Elliot, I can see you. Can you hear?
Yeah.
Okay. Elliot, quick update, please. What's happening?
My teacher is going through coordinate geometry.
But yeah. Okay.
It's like with angles.
Surprise. Could you show me some questions then? That's surprising.
You're talking about redox notes, right?
Yeah, based on the last question, have you made it?
I have made it, but it's very messy and it's not very clean. Can you give me like 5 minutes to like properly reshape it, then I'll paste it in the Jamboard?
5 minutes, okay?
Yeah.
Right. So Elliot, show me something.
It's like quite basic.
Right, Elliot. So again, this is definitely not that is definitely what we were trying to talk about. But remember, I never discussed with you any formula specifically. Kakak Brian is probably the first one to do that to you, right? So when your teacher discusses it, you'll find certain new things. Now this M is tangent is not surprising at all, but if it is surprising to you, we can talk about it for a while. Do you want to talk about it?
And sometimes the teacher uses M for the gradient also.
I mean, M is the gradient, right?
Yeah.
Not surprising. That one you know lah. But what's bothering you? The M or the tangent?
Honestly, it's not that bad.
Do you want me to talk?
There's one question. Like they don't give like any picture or any like drawings.
Surprising.
So it's very confusing.
Yeah, that will be surprising. That one's fair. Okay. Almost all the questions should have drawing one. Almost all, at least in exam, at least.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if the question doesn't give you anything, the best thing you can do is to create the drawing for yourself. When you're confused, when you're confused, drawing helps a lot. Even if it means that you have to draw it yourself, right?
Yeah.
Now, could you create a new Jamboard? Because I think the previous Jamboard runs out, and then let's answer anything you have, right? Let's just not talk about Jamboard, please. Ainesh, are you almost done?
Almost done.
All right. Elliot, do you have the Jamboard?
I'm making one.
Okay.
Wait, I sent you already.
Trying to access. Oh, 06. Okay, so Elliot, maybe I explain the gradient one first. Okay, in page 2, yeah.
Yeah.
So you know that M is rise over run. Do you know this?
Yes.
Your rise is y2 minus y1. Your run is x2 minus x1. So nobody's surprised. Now, you do that by choosing 2 points and then drawing a triangle 90 degrees. There's your rise, and then there is your run. Am I making any sense of it?
Yes.
Right. Now, tell me, tangent is something you learn in sec 2 lah, like tangent. Then they tell you tokaso, right? So according to that, what is tangent? Tangent of an angle, right? Will be equal to
opposite over hypotenuse.
No. It's opposite over adjacent.
Oh yeah, adjacent.
Right. And let's say that the angle you're talking about is this one. Okay. According to this angle, which one is opposite?
The rise.
And which one is the adjacent?
The run.
So not alpha equals to rise over run, but tangent alpha is opposite over adjacent. But that's the same thing as the gradient. So that's why your teacher links, or your textbook links M as the tangent of the angle. Now, did your teacher explain it?
Explain what?
That M is tangent alpha because of this. Does that make any sense?
I mean,
you're looking at page 2.
It makes sense. It makes sense. But she didn't explain.
Did you understand it already before I explained it just now?
Yeah, I guess so.
Right. Then there is no problem. Good for you. Right. Anything else you want to clarify in GC, quadratic geometry? Sorry. Have you done all the homework then?
Yes, I have.
Right. Yes, Ainesh? Have you sent it to me?
I put it on page 13.
Okay. Then in that case, Elliot, since you've done the homework, right? If you've done the homework, Now, Ainesh, I'm going to check in. Would you please do something of, never mind. You got to choose one question from the future and do it. Just one. Just one. Any random.
Different
Okay.
topic or coordinate geometry?
No, still coordinate geometry before I go to circle. Right. Okay, so Ainesh, I'm just checking.
Yeah, then what about area?
Area is something that I have not teach you, and I hope your teacher will teach you. And then if you don't like that method, I will teach you another method. Let us be warned, the method that your teacher is teaching you will look very appealing at first. It looks very appealing until you try to do it. Right? It's almost pure memorization. There is almost no logic to what your teacher will teach you, called the shoelace method, whatever this Heron formula is. Okay, so I'm waiting until you taste how appealing is it for you. If it's not appealing, I will show you another method, and those are the two methods that you have. You understand? I purposely don't teach you this.
Okay.
Okay. However, area is something they like to close the question with. So in the end, it is something that it will be very nice if you can do it. My only consideration is that it's pure memorization. It's almost no logic. Okay. So no, you don't get to do that. Okay. So Ainesh, for now, let's say this is fine. Would you please put it in your Jamboard where you collect your notes?
That's what I originally did the notes. So yeah.
Ainesh, speak again.
That's why I originally did the notes. So it's already there.
Are you sure? It's not this Jamboard, right? It's in the other Jamboard, right? Okay, fine. Yeah. So that was done, yeah? So now today is supposed to be math. Now a quick update on math, please.
There's a probability test tomorrow.
So
That's not
do we
reason.
talk about probability or not?
Okay, so can we do that till like for some time, just for some practice?
Do you have the practice question?
Yes.
Okay, then let's do it quickly.
Okay.
Okay, we'll switch Jamboard, yeah? So we won't be using the Cam Jamboard, right? That's what you want, right? We don't mix, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so instead, what do we use? We use
I'll make a new one.
okay. Elliot, have you chosen your question? I mean, don't be afraid about the area question now. It's just that you cannot do the area question, no, I suppose.
Okay.
Oh, goodness me, there's already a circle. Choose one, choose one.
Then can I do B7?
Do you think you can do B7? That seems fine too. Seems fine. I'm gonna copy it for you. No, fair. It's fair. I like it. I paste it in the Jamboard so that if I need to help you, please continue. That's one, and then we move on to circle. Oh, probably start. Okay, we got it. Ainesh. Are the questions in, Ainesh? Quickly, we don't have much time. Come on.
Full like practice worksheet. So
yeah, let's do it. Come on.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, come on. Just do it. I think you need to understand this part right here. This is a D is a point on the extended line CD such as blah, blah, blah. Now, this is not drawn. Am I correct, Elliot?
Yeah.
This has to be drawn by this. If not, you don't get it. Do you know how to, draw it?
I mean, I don't really know where it's going to face.
Right. So let's be very clear. Extended line is his way of saying it is outside. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is not in the between B and C, but it is along B and C, but outside B and C. Not in between, so to speak. First thing first, that's extended line CB . Okay, Elliot? So far so good?
Yeah.
You still have to figure out roughly where D is. You still have to do that. Without that, don't think there's any way to do it.
Then what do they mean by BC equals BD?
Well, the length of BC will be the length of BD, and that kind of gives you the clue where D is.
Yeah.
Okay, Ainesh, almost see something, but not yet. So, Elliot, in the Jamboard, please, right? Where is D, you think?
Behind B.
Okay, I mean, mark it in the Jamboard. Mark it. Okay, Ainesh, come. Questions. Come on. Okay, and that's the. I don't know whether you're right or wrong, but I agree with you, Elliot. Okay, now, is this enough? Remember, Elliot, to find the coordinate, zoom in a bit, Ainesh. To find the coordinate, how many methods are there? Come on, tell me.
3.
And there will be, come on.
2 lines.
Can or not?
No, half point and 1 line.
Can or not?
No.
You're left with?
2 triangle.
Yep. Can you? Zoom in, please, Ainesh. Come on.
Yeah. You want me to like go through all the questions and you choose the harder ones, or I just do chronological?
You have probably half an hour, right? You have exam tomorrow. You decide quickly. I don't know how your probability is. Yeah, I don't know how your probability is. You keep saying it's okay. Actually, I believe you. You decide right now what you need.
Yeah,
Don't defer to me. You decide. Okay. Since you have very little time, better start asking questions if you don't know how, yeah? Okay. Redrawing is fine, Elliot. It's good.
I'm gonna paste on the Jamboard because I'm gonna do it sketch and you can't see
This
both.
one first, yeah? Okay, I'll do this one first.
Are you pasting it?
I've already pasted.
Okay, thank you.
H2, yeah. So please get on it, get on with it. You may want to use a pencil, right?
No, I'm doing it.
Elliot, mark your triangle roughly. Mark your triangle roughly. The D, I'm sorry, mark the D roughly, sorry. BC, you're not drawing BC equals to BD, come on. BC equals to BD, right? The length of BC is equal to the length of BD. Come on. Yeah, that's more like it, right? That's more like it. Okay, good. Okay, remember that if you're using the two triangle method, one must be fully known, one must be half known, right?
Yeah.
The triangle must be, upright, meaning, fully horizontal, fully vertical. It is easier to decide the fully known triangle first, right? So you decide it's between B and C, which is definitely known. Okay. Then the other triangle must be, half known and half not known, the point that you want. Lastly, the two triangles must be related, either congruent or similar. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's checking. Fine. Okay, that's fine, Anish. This was more like a warm-up, yeah? But it's a good warm-up. Cannot hear you, Anish.
These questions are surprisingly easy. That's why I keep saying okay. I don't know how.
Yeah, but I think there'll be harder ones. Be careful. That's why I say this is just a warm-up. Elliot, what's the relationship between the two triangles to confirm? Congruent or similar?
Congruent.
Okay, I don't understand. So Anish in page 3, yeah? Your D is if you have a D, I'm Elliot, please check the answer key first, easier that way. Anish, part B, please, come on.
Yeah.
Do you have the habit of making your own probability tree?
Yes.
All right, then let me see that. If they don't give you, it is a good idea. It's usually helpful, not a waste of time. Is it correct, Elliot?
Yeah.
Is this your first official by yourself triangle method?
I guess so.
Congratulations. Okay. That should be easy.
I mean, it's okay.
Okay. What do you mean by it's okay? You know it's correct, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then let me heads up you first. Your teacher, this is formally called the vector method. Vector is a chapter that you learn in Sec 4. So it's a bit weird. I'm teaching you this directly because that's the easiest thing to understand and to carry out. So right now, if your teacher are doing this, your teacher might be doing a different method. Watch what he do. And then you compare whether you like this officially called vector method or the teacher's method. Okay? whatever you choose, know that your vector method will become officially okay starting Sec 4. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay. Does it matter for end of year 3? Maybe it matters, but starting starting year 4, if you choose this to be your primary method, you'll be totally fine. Okay, as for now, you have to do a bit of work and observe how your teacher do. Okay.
Yeah.
Section can you adjust your phone stand so that it moves the right? Don't adjust your paper, please. Adjust your phone stand. If cannot, just zoom out. So,
Okay, I also got one question.
mhm,
When I was doing the textbook questions,
mhm.
I'm always used to the y2 minus y1, then x2 minus x1. Then then the textbook say x1, y1 minus y2.
Then my question to you is the result different?
Means the same.
Correct. You just try. As long as you don't do this, on top 1 minus 2, then on bottom 2 minus 1. That's nonsense already. Either 1 minus 2 both or 2 minus 1 both, you will be correct. That's okay. There is no problem with the presentation. Do you understand me?
Yes.
It's a good question. Ainesh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Either zoom out a little bit or shift your phone stand so I can copy your tree because I have some comment on part 2. Because I think you need this comment. No. So let me show you. You need this for tomorrow.
Okay.
You need this for tomorrow, yeah, the technique. So the tree looks fine to me, right? I'll show you 2 techniques to save time, okay? For part 2.
Yeah.
At least once means, first of all, in your tree, you need to be marking them. So where is your at least once? So at least once is, well, this guy, correct?
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
This guy. This guy.
Wait, all of
this
them
guy.
except. Oh my god.
So what does that mean? So stop doing stuff. So what does that mean, right? What does that mean?
Well, just multiply that and then minus by 1. 1 minus that.
Yeah, so you just do the branch, which is the simplest, the shortest, right? So instead of doing what you did, which is definitely not a good idea, right? Because you know that it's long. Good for you, you know. That's one technique. Don't forget the 1 minus technique. Elliot, label it as M of AD, please. M, right? You're trying to find the M first, right? Okay, good. Okay, will this be okay so far, Anish?
Yep.
Okay, now I want to show you a technique that makes it tidier in case you need. Let me repeat this. This is like super last minute before exam. If you don't like the technique, you don't do it tomorrow. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can redraw your tree looking like this. H, 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 N. You understand what I'm doing right now? Hit, hit, hit. Hit, hit, not. Hit, not, hit. Hit, not, not. I am shortcutting it.
Yeah.
Okay. This will work the more you have experience and the more complicated the question is. If you don't feel the need of this right now, if you feel the tree is serving you well, you ignore this. Ignore or do.
Okay, but how does this work for the last question, the question C?
Oh, very simple. Now, I list down everything. So I can draw the tree, fair enough, or I can just do this. Right? So this one is n, 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 n. Does that make sense? Then
Yeah.
this will be your n hit, and hit, and then and hit, and hit not, and then add not, hit, and not. Now, for the first guy, immediately I do this, and then I know this is 1/3 times 1/3 times 1/3 because I know that h is 1/3, I know not is 2/3, right? For the last guy, again, I know that this is included because it's very easy to see. To me, it's easier to see than the tree that is sometimes messy. Admittedly, the tree can be messy not because of you, because we just don't know how many space we need. Make sense? It can be like that. So this is easier for me, or at least once. Oh, wait a minute. This is all in, except the last one. I realize it a little bit faster. Then I can just react by 2/3 times 2/3 times 2/3 because I know not it is 2/3.
Yeah.
Okay, just a slightly faster version. Okay, this is only useful when things get more complicated. So you have to strike a balance. Do you ignore this method or do you use it? That's up to you. Understand?
Yep.
Okay, now moving on to the next question, please. Next page also, page 4.
It's part C. You covered it.
Part C, I'm sorry, part C, yeah. Page 4.
It's already in page 4. My bad.
Yeah, okay. Please do.
No, wait, this is a tree.
I'm so sorry.
Is this a tree?
Yes, it is a weird tree. Try to draw it. It is a weird one. I think this one better draw, no shortcuts. In the end, the tree is still nice. So yes. Elliot, what's going on? How come you feel very confused at this point? Is it the ugly number?
Yeah, the number is a bit weird.
But you know your D is correct, right? At least you know that, right?
Yeah.
So it's okay, lo. I guess just live with it for now, lah. Just live with it. Okay, find an answer and then just check the answer key for now, right?
Yeah.
Can't really blame you, but it does seem correct. The D definitely seems correct. Yeah, considering all that. Considering all that. Yeah, so he throws a ball until he hits the target. Okay, Anis, stop here. Your tree is wrong. Now think carefully. He throws the ball until he hits the target, right? So tell me, what does he do when he hit the target? Does he throw again?
No.
But in your tree, when he hits, he continue throwing. And when he doesn't hit, he stops. Obviously, we can do that. Continue throwing until you miss. You can do that.
No,
That's your tree.
Oh, it's
That's
not
your
a-
tree.
Oh.
Yeah, so it should be the other way. So don't erase your tree. Just use it as a comparison. Now draw another tree, please. When he hits, he stops. When he doesn't hit, he continue. Right? So how does the tree look like? I would strongly suggest H and N at this point, right? But your writing is fast, so that's up to you.
Yeah.
Again, Elliot, what's messing you up here? What is messing you up here? Okay. So, yeah. Good. He first hit the target with the 4. So, yeah, it looks fine to me, Ainesh. So the 3 helps, right? If you draw it correctly, of course. Now, the end throw.
F pro. What does this mean?
General, so whatever number, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever lah, N lah.
So 3 by 4 times. Oh no, N bracket 3 by 4 times 1 by 4.
Would you please write that down first? Okay. You have some problem, but I want to see your logic lah. Write it down. Okay, now look at the guy above, like the 4. Okay, now is that what happened? If the N is number 4, is it 4 times 3 over 4 times 1 over 4?
No, N minus 1.
Okay, then adjust. Okay, adjust. Now, here's where your logic math is lacking. You are doing very well, by the way, but you hate indices. You hate power. You keep insisting that what's happening here is multiplication. In front of you, 3/4 times 3/4 times 3/4 is equal to 3 times 3/4. Are you sure
It's 3/4 cube.
that is acceptable? Yeah. And now you start to not hate the index, I hope. Because now your answer is correct. Do you understand? You may have to simplify, but I don't care about that right now. Elliot, have you checked the answer key? I mean, it's an ugly answer, so better check.
Yes, correct.
Okay, good for you. This will not happen a lot in exam. Just saying, don't worry, right? But this should serve to mentally prepare you in case it's. Yeah, Ainesh, next question. We can do one more, right? Then we can decide what to do lah.
Wait, hold on.
Elliot, are you okay? Oh, the angle one, goodness me, right? No. Elliot, I'll go straight first, yeah? I'll go straight first. By your experience, okay, you will know that you cannot do the normal coordinate formula by your experience, but you don't have the experience yet. Okay, Elliot?
Yeah.
This is not the tangent one, definitely. How do I know? Because ADB is an angle that looks like that, and that is not an angle which is with the horizontal. This one will be your tangent alpha equals to m. Only this kind of angle works for the m. This one is definitely not an angle like that. So far, so good?
Yeah.
To keep it simple, Elliot, you will be needing sine rule or cosine rule here. Am I making any sense? It's E-math, cosine rule. Now, unless you really want to practice your sine rule or cosine rule, I suggest let's not do that for now. Do you want to?
Oh,
Then either you move to another question because you are not satisfied with this, or you are satisfied with this and we move on to circle. You decide.
but how do I do it?
How do you do circle? Which one? ADB? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll tell you first. I'm sorry, I wrongly put that. It should be ADB should be here. Okay, remember for cosine rule, this is your B, D, A. The coordinate is useless, right? But the side length is useful. So find this, and find this, and use cosine rule for this guy. That means you do 3 Pythagoras to find DB, BA, and AD. Then use cosine rule. Am I making any sense right now?
So it's quite long.
Yes, it is. And that's why I warned you not to do it. Unless you really want to practice your cosine rule, unless. I don't think that's a priority right now, but if you want to, I don't.
Then don't need that for now.
Good. Now you decide another GC or you're happy, and we can do circle. Happy means you're happy to follow the the class tomorrow, that is good enough.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay, look at the circle. Go to the circle chapter first in your textbook and read a little bit. Okay. Now, Ainesh, are you stuck?
A little bit.
No. Okay, this is the first time. The first time I teach you this. The key is on top. I don't have time to explain. Exam is tomorrow. You do have to memorize that. Do you understand the guy on top?
Yeah.
The guy on top is a very good test for independent events. Let me put this very clearly. If they are not independent, whatever that means, okay, whatever that means, if they are not independent, then this is not equal. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, do you have, you have to do a bit more here. Can you find PB? For PB, you don't get to use the guy on top. You get to use the guy on top here. Can you find PB from all this?
Yeah.
If you can, go and find PB. If you can.
I can.
Sorry, you can or cannot? Cannot hear you.
So that means this.
Look, they never tell you that this is independent. You cannot use it.
So it's equal to. This should be equal to PB, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then what's this? This means A without.
Oh no, I'm sorry. This is true only if they're independent.
Yeah, so
this is true.
It's like kind of like proving questions. So like if it, so then I find out what PB is, and then this is A without B, right? Wait, what's going on? What is this?
Goodness me, that's union. That's union. Uh-oh.
So A.
Listen to me carefully.
Oh, okay. So that means I multiply this with A, and then if it's not 0.7, then they're not independent.
Yeah, you're wrong. Now listen to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. First thing first, what you wrote can only be used if it is clear that they are independent. Currently, it is not. To find PB, you cannot use this. Are you clear about that first?
Okay.
You cannot use this to find PB because you do not know whether they're independent. In fact, the question asks you whether they're independent later. Confirm, you cannot use it. Confirm at the top, you do not know whether it's independent. Fair? Whatever that means, whatever that means. Okay, fine. So what other method do we have? There are other various methods. I can only show you one here, which is very, very appropriate. You draw and you figure out all the 0.60 for anything, whatever. That is how you do it. Surprising or not? Look at me. Look, this is like, we have to go fast. This one is 0.3. Make sense?
Yes.
So therefore, this is 0.3. Make sense?
Yes.
Therefore, this is what? This tells you what?
B
Come
is
on.
0.1.
Yeah, only B lah, exclusive B lah, right? And where therefore you found it lah. Lastly, the outside is 0.2.
No,
Have you seen?
0.3.
I'm so sorry. You're right. Have you seen the Venn diagram used like this before?
I think I have. Yeah.
Okay, erasing this.
Statistics. So.
Yeah. You, however, did not suspect that you will be needing it here, right?
Yeah.
In that sense. So please try to do that first. Please try to do that. Then finish up the question.
Yeah.
Elliot, I need to see what you're reading. Your textbook. Now, Elliot, officially, your GC, your correct geometry, is the, no. Officially, actually, your binomial. Your binomial is the first time you study something kind of well before the class starts. Correct or not?
Yeah.
That's why you don't feel scolded, right? That's why, right? It doesn't mean that you'll do well in exam, okay? But at least you did something what a good student should do, right? Hey, Ainesh, the outside is 0.3. Come on. You make. Okay. By the way, PB is 0.4. Sorry, I forgot to mention that it's not 0.1. PB is 0.4, by the way. Do you understand?
No. Oh, yeah, it is.
It's not 0.1, right? It's not 0.1. Thank you. Now, Elliot, so then your GC, you're experiencing the same thing, right? Tell me, how does it feel today when your teacher starts quadrant geometry?
I mean, the teacher went through the angles, so a bit confused at the start.
Mm-hmm. And that's normal because me and Kakak Brian never actually try to teach you everything, right? At the start, never, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Only for binomial we try because you told us that your teacher won't discuss much, so we try our best to just whack everything. For GC, not really, right? It's CG. But how do you handle the confusion? Is it like the normal confusion you have last time in other topics?
Not really, because I really I know the stuff behind it already. So
Correct.
I apply some of it to like the questions,
Yes.
some angle questions.
Correct. Whether you do it correctly or not, what it means is you know roughly where you are. You just have to work out the details. Your confusion is your teacher is telling you a certain detail which is new, correct?
Yeah.
But in general, the map, you already know the place lah. You know, you have already explored the place. You're just trying to make it more perfect in knowledge. That is your feeling, correct?
Yeah.
That should be the same feeling that you have as your teacher continue. You will be exploring more with him. You know certain things, you don't know certain other things, but the confusion doesn't last very long. In fact, you know what to do with your confusion. You know how to find your way, basically. Right?
Yeah.
That is the feeling of a good student. Do you understand? That's the feeling. The feeling is not exactly you don't get scolded. That's not really true. Nobody scolds for a long time. Okay?
Yeah.
Now you are trying to achieve that for circle at the same time keeping up with the corner geometry. I believe you can do it. You read this circle, and this is the first time I'll ask you. You ask me question on this new topic. You read and you ask. Understand? You understand it?
Yeah.
What you want to ask, you paste in the Jamboard and you ask. You're taking initiative, not me. Okay? Do that. Finish.
Yeah, but
Yes, Elliot.
I don't really know what to ask if like I haven't done any of the questions.
I understand. Then just ask everything lah. But copy and paste what you want to ask. That's at least your initiative. Do you understand? Take some courage lah to do it. Please do it. Okay. Finish. Are we stuck? Are we continuing? What are we doing right now?
You said that we won't do like this was our last question, right? So
not really. At this point, you have 10 more because you requested to go earlier, man.
Yeah.
You want to go at 9:45, right? So we have currently 20 minutes left, lah. Correct?
Yeah.
Now, what do you want to do? It is still your initiative here. What do you want?
We can do chem. Or we can do math.
No. Chem leave it on Monday. This is a math day. There are 2 math days. This is one of them. So do your math. It depends on what math. There's only whether this probability math or another math or circle math or whatever, You decide.
I guess we could continue with circles.
Okay, let's go. Okay, example 3 is it? I'm sorry, you want to continue with this one or which one? Sorry.
We could do circles, but I could also do this. I'm a bit.
Precisely. You don't have much time to discuss your exam later. You have to do your project work.
Yeah.
So this 20 minutes is your last time to do your probability. If you want to, you do it right now, but you decide.
I'll do it now.
Okay. So get used to this, man. Right? Get used to it. You decide.
Yep.
You take control. If you lose control, that's you. But if you did make a right decision, that's also you lah. Okay, I'm at page 5. You do it first. Elliot, do pay something. You know how to pay something, right? Screenshot from that. Right? Do not be afraid to ask questions when you feel like you do not know anything. Do not be afraid. Ask something. Elliot. Finish. Would 3 help? Would 3 help?
Hold on. Four is 2. Oh no, it's another thing. I think you use another table. We use like a table.
Can try first. Can try. Okay, but maybe if you want to do a table, it's big. Okay, maybe you do it on a paper. Maybe not here. Maybe in case in case it's wrong. Come on.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I'll use a pencil.
Yeah. I can also. Elliot, I take it that you're still reading, and that's fine with me.
Do I take photo then send you then?
Better that way. I mean, you it's a long time, right? But you can copy and paste from the Zoom, right? From your laptop, and you just put it in the Jamboard. I want to ask this. You can do that.
My Zoom is on my phone.
Oh, and you don't have Zoom on the laptop, right? Okay, never mind for now. Tell me which one you want to take a picture of, right?
This question.
Okay, this example 2, right? Okay. Now, what is your question? Elliot?
Oh, I don't really understand the question now.
Like you don't understand how to do it, or you don't even understand the question itself?
Like, I don't know. I don't really know how to do it.
Okay, regarding the equation of a circle, I'll pretend first that you can do something like that. So I'll go visual. Okay. For these two topics, remember, I teach you very visual methods. Then you pay attention in class and see how your teacher do it. Still the same here. Understand?
But honestly, right, like these few pages it seems quite basic. So I don't really know
basic means
what
you need to
combine.
understand. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Okay. But anyway, I'll teach you the visual method. Remember? Okay. Now, the circle center is the most important point. Once you find the circle center, there will be no problem whatsoever. Understand, Elliot? It is always a priority to find the center if you do not know the center. Okay. In that way, a circle question is more obvious than a GC question, CG question. I feel, right? I feel, right? So the center, I want to find the center. Frankly speaking, this center is obviously 4,42. Correct or not? Can you see it? Can you see it? I'm not saying that you know the method. I don't care. Can you see it or not?
Yes.
Okay, good. So let's start with 4,4. I promise you, right? The moment we know the center, our problem is solved, right? For example, I know the radius. Radius is the second thing to find if you don't know. So the center and the radius is fine. The radius is so easy, right?
Yeah.
What is the radius? Tell me. 2. Okay. So I promise you the center makes everything easy. The radius completes everything, right? So now what do we do for the equation? It's so simple. Look at what I do. This is what you're supposed to get from this example, before this example, by the way. There, done. That's the equation of the. You're supposed to understand what I'm writing from before example 2.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I mean, I guess so. Yeah.
All right. Then done. Part 1 done. No? Okay. Ainesh, I can see what you're doing. I guess I kind of agree, and you're doing it very fast anyway. I feel right? So would you please calculate the result first, and then I'll show you another way if it is possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elliot, so whether a point is inside or outside or on the circle, there are 3 options, inside, outside, or on. Do you understand? 3 options.
Yeah.
It's extremely simple, like extremely simple. Just put this point into the equation. When you put it, you will have a number on the left-hand side. If it is equal to 2 square, then it is on the circle. If it is bigger than 2 square, then it is outside. If it is inside, then it will be smaller than the 2 square. Am I making any sense of it?
Yeah.
Okay, then please do so. Okay, Ainesh, I think 1 minus 12 over 64 is not 13 over 6. Is it 13 over 6? Oh, it might be. Sorry, it might be. Sorry. Okay. So now I will try to do it a different way, Ainesh. Maybe it will benefit you. If it doesn't benefit you, you shall abandon it. Understand?
Hopefully, because B looks a lot harder.
Okay.
Oh, it's
so
been
let's see.
Oh my god. It says it spins it twice. What does that mean? Do I?
Well, your table is for once or for twice?
Oh no, wait. Is it one?
Your table is. You think carefully first. Your table is for once or twice. You must think carefully. You must know lah.
Oh my god, it's adding, not multiplying.
Oh yeah, well, there's that also lah. So you're in some trouble. Oh yeah, you are in some trouble there lah, right? You did wasted your time, but you can still salvage it lah. There's no point, I think, erasing the table. At this point, you'll probably want to redraw. However, I suggest you just mark the one which is plus. Right? It's just 1 plus 1, right? Just mark it low now. Like you mark the green, now you mark the one that is supposed to be 2, which is 1 plus 1. And your current state is 1, ma. So you just mark the 1. You get what I'm saying? Just mark your 1. Yeah, instead of redrawing the table, just mark the 1. Yeah. Don't panic. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So count your 1. Count your 1 quickly. How many ones is there? Okay, I use a different color. Yeah, that's good. Elliot, do you know what I'm doing? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, let me show you. Put 3 here and put 2 here, right? We're talking about P, right?
Oh.
Correct? Right? That's what I mean. Just put it in, right? Just put it in. So 3 minus 4 will be your 1 square, 1. Plus 2 minus 4 will be 4, which is equal to 5. Now, what is 5? 5 is equal to 4, bigger than 4, or smaller than 4.
Bigger.
Then it is outside. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah.
Now, do the same thing for Q. Then we go to decimal. Okay, Ainesh, you okay? Yeah? So far, so good, yeah?
Yeah.
I will now show you a different method. Okay, a different method. So, by the way, have you settled that your table, is it 2 spin or 1 spin?
It's 2 spins.
Yeah, good. So you know that, right? So his score is not 2, right? So adding, then I know it shall be 1 and then 1. I figure out that logically first without drawing the table. So it's slightly faster, but I require some thinking beforehand. One more time, I must realize that 2 must come from 1 plus 1, and there is no other option.
Yeah.
Then, so I can now use the 3 method. My first spin will be 1 or not 1. 1 or not. My n is not 1. Can I just put it as n? Would that be okay?
Yeah.
3 over 8, 5 over 8 can?
Yeah.
Another 1, 3 over 8, look. You understand? The rest doesn't matter. The rest really doesn't matter. I don't care. Right? I don't care. So I don't care about this one. So my option for 1 and then 1 is 3 over 8 times 3 over 8 equals to 9 over 64, which is what you found.
Yeah.
And then I just want minus that. This requires more logic to summarize things. Is your table correct or not? Obviously, your table is correct. What? I mean, beside the point that you multiply, right? Beside that, your table is giving you good results. My method requires logic, but it's shorter. Fair lah. Must understand one thing, Ainesh. If you don't think you can do this tomorrow, then you cannot do it. You must use the table 1. At least it gives you the correct answer.
Yeah.
Okay. What I'm trying to say, I'm opening you on options because I think you will need it for the thrice pointer. The thrice pointer, you wouldn't like the table. You will hate it. Correct? So let's use the thrice pointer. Let's use some logic look. Too bad look. That's what you have to do lah. So stops on the prime number for all 3 times. So the possibility of a prime is how many? And the possibility, prime is possibility of PR is how many, and the probability of not is how many for any one spin. Tell me.
There is
How many prime?
4.
So the possibility of prime number is 4 over 8 lah, or half lah, right?
Yeah.
The possibility of not prime is
Half or so.
half also. So can you use this for spin the pointer, try probability, stop on a prime number for all 3 times? Can you do that?
I'll draw the weird what do you call it again?
The tree? What?
Yeah, I'll draw the
Yeah, because I don't think you can draw a table. Right? So Elliot, are you okay so far? I mean, you're stopping at P. Oh, you're doing Q. Okay. So Elliot, now go to Desmos. I'm going to show you Desmos. Okay, you're going to look at my screen and then you're going to do it. Yeah. So sharing my screen, unless you ignore it.
Yeah.
Can you see my Desmos?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're going to tell me the equation first. What's the equation? X what? X minus 4, isn't it? X minus 4
Yeah, 4.
power 2, right? Okay. And then plus y minus 4, right?
Yes.
Power 2. And then equals to 2 square, right? Okay, I'll put that 2 square just to emphasize. There you go. That's your circle. Okay. This is how you draw a point for comma 4. Yeah, I got a point there. You understand? I'll label it the center C. You see how I do Desmos? You understand?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the point that you're trying to prove is what? 3, 2, is it?
Yes.
Label it C. Label it P, right? Is the
Yeah.
conclusion correct? Look at that.
Yes.
And then the Q is?
4,5.
The conclusion correct.
Yes.
Do you understand what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. I want you to practice your Desmos for a while. You will be needing your Desmos for a while, just like your GC, right? CG, right? You kind of start with your Desmos, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, unsharing, do your Desmos. If you can do this already, then we move on to the next one. Ines, you have your next question, right?
Yeah.
Is the answer 1/8, by the way, just now?
It was, I think.
The prime number thingy?
Yeah.
Okay, right. So let me copy the question. An example of okay, right. Please continue to do it for now. I strongly suggest in this situation, you spell out what is A, what is B, and what is C. Yeah, see, they even ask you for part A. That's what I'm trying to ask you. This is important. Right? Okay. Come on, it's the outcome. Okay. So it should be written this way with a special bracket. Now tell me, Ines, what is A? Ines, what is A?
Hold on.
The number of A is?
Mutually
Oi, don't skip stuff. What is event A? Hear me.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
0. Oh, sorry.
Ines, I am asking you for 5 times already, Ines.
No.
I'm a bit impatient right now. What is event A?
It's 2, 4, and 6.
Okay, a lot of time, man. So B,
Sorry.
what is it?
Okay. 1. So it's 5.
C?
3 and 6.
Now you start to think, right?
No, I read this as 7. I'm so confused.
Goodness me.
Yeah.
Your mutually exclusive thingy has whatever formula also that you have to memorize for now. That's all I can say, right?
Okay.
Elliot, have you done your Desmos for the example 2? Can you do it?
I don't know how to put a square.
The thing, this thing. In the keyboard, look at your keyboard 6. Keyboard 6, there is that accent thingy, right?
Yeah.
Keyboard C. That's your power. Do you understand?
Oh.
Should work.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. That's your power, and that's what in this lah is. Come on, Ines, you have 2 minutes left. Do you know how to do mutually exclusive stuff? I mean, there's Ines, listen to me carefully. Yeah, are you there?
Yeah.
Mutually exclusive means if A happens, B cannot happen. If B happens, A is not happening. Totally.
So yes, it is.
It is because you see the member, right?
Yeah.
A and C, is it mutually exclusive?
No.
No. B and C?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's your answer. Right? Now just do your part 2 lah. Just do your part 2. B2 and C2. Come on. Hey, your B1, you say that it is mutually exclusive. Then you answer no. I'm very confused right now.
Oh, sorry.
Elliot, Desmos can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Then,
Okay, Aine, I'm gonna have to speed you up, yeah? Now, what is probability of A? Right? Probability of B? Yes, very good. Now, how about A combined? And you will be wrong. No, let's stop. Listen to me. A union B is simply 4/6. I don't know what you're thinking, but it might be wrong.
no,
It's just 4/6, man.
4/6 is 2/3, which is what I thought.
Which is fine. For now, it's fine. Now, A union C.
Wait, hold on. Observe is the same, right? To answer the question.
Yeah, they're the same.
Okay. A union C is 5/6.
You'll be wrong. It's 4/6.
What? Oh, sorry.
Why? Why?
This is repeated.
Yeah, the 6 is repeated. So it's only 4/6. Understand?
Yeah.
And then you do what they want, and then you observe something also. Right? And then there will be the end for today. Quickly. Elliot, you okay?
Yeah.
Any questions so far?
I don't really understand this formula.
Which one? Show me.
Eh?
Which one?
Yeah.
No, use your finger. So use your finger. Oh. Okay. You understand the guy on top, right? The x minus a thingy. X minus a square. Well, okay. That is the most important form. They call it standard form. I will call it Pythagoras form because it is a Pythagoras. Okay. Your teacher will call it standard form. I'll call it the Pythagoras form. The point is that is the useful form. So far, so good?
Yeah.
The general form, I'll explain, is not the useful form. Every time you see a general form, you should immediately convert it to the standard form or the Pythagoras form or the useful form, whatever. The general form is the useless one for O-level, which is why they will give you lah, which is why. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, how did the general form come about? It's very simple. Just expand your useful form, the Pythagoras form or the standard form. Just expand it, and then move everything to the left-hand side. Simple one.
Yeah.
Okay. The question is how to get from general to useful. That's the question. Okay. Now, is that what you don't understand?
No, I think I can do that.
Hello.
Okay. Now, Ines, your A intersect C is not 1/3, It's 1/6. You're wrong. Why?
Because only 6 is the side.
Yeah, so why did you write 1/3? No, recalculate should be the same. So Elliot, the conversion between general to useful is very important and you have to be able to do it. Okay. Good job, Inish. Well, according to your definition, time is up. Okay?
Sorry, yeah.
Good job. I will see you on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll see you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, Elliot. Elliot, I can practice with you the non-formula method. I hate formulas. Okay, but you can love formulas. That's okay, as long as you can do it very well. Okay, can I practice with you the non-formula method?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take this equation. I'll show you. Okay, there is one bonus if you do it with the non-formula method, right? Because what we have to do is to do double completing square. Completing square is a skill that you have to revise anyway for discriminant, for EMATH, right? Anyway, right? So that's that bonus, right? You cannot avoid it forever. But not going to blame you if you do the formula as long as you do it well. Hey, Elliot, look at me at page 5. Are you following?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I forgot. First, I put the -11 to the right-hand side. Okay? That's the first thing I do. This is the second thing I do. I will look at this. And then when I look at this, suddenly I will do something like this. Sorry. Let me put this as black. So suddenly, when I do this, I will do a plus 4 square, also known as 16. Okay? The third thing I will do is this one. When I look at that, I will do plus y minus 2 square. And I will do a plus 2 square, also known as 4. Then my radius will be -11 plus 16 plus 4, which is 9, which is 3 square. There you go. I get my center point, 4,2, and I get my radius equals 3. Are you okay, Ali?
But why
ahead.
the 8 become 4?
Right. Because, I'll show you. I already expand this, Ken.
Yeah.
X squared minus, tell me. Come on.
2x.
Come. Yeah, times 4. Come on, which is?
Is 8. 8x.
Yeah. Now that answers your question, right?
Yeah.
That's why, right? And then plus what?
4 squared.
Which is 16, right? Which explains why I must add another 4 square here, because the 4 square doesn't exist on the left-hand side. This is simple Doldorma, correct or not?
Yeah.
In order for me to form this, which I want, I have to add a 4 square. So I just add a 4 square on the right-hand side to balance everything.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
So let's just expand the blue one just to be certain. So expand with me.
Y squared
Minus.
minus 4y. 4y.
Yeah, 4y is there. And then plus.
2 squared.
Which is why I balance it with that one. Understand?
Yeah.
I hope a completing square is not very scary. In circle, the completing square is easy one.
Okay.
Now, do you understand this? You have to choose one method before your teacher start to teach you. You have to choose. With me, you do the completing square method, this one, or you do the formula method, which is your text. Which one?
I mean, your method is more like compact, so it seems more easier, I
Okay.
guess.
Let's practice my method. You always have decimals to confirm anyway. You understand? Be
Yeah.
quick with the decimals. Okay, come. We have 8 more minutes. Come, ask more questions, do more questions, whatever. Come on.
Then what is this formula for?
I have to find the radius without the method. I mean, isn't that what he did? He did find that, right? He did find 4,2 and radius 3 without doing the completing square method, right?
Okay.
Right? That's why I asked you, like, you want to do the formula method or you want to do the computing square method? The answer is you probably should try. Oh, you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what a good student do. If it's not time to decide, then we don't decide first lah. We try first. Is there a hurry? Is tomorrow exam? Right? Is there a hurry? Are you learning? Are you preparing for exam?
Learning.
If you're learning and you have time to learn, you should try. Correct? You should try. So, okay, come. In the remaining 7 minutes, what do you want to try?
Can try do like some basic questions.
Example 3 will be basic. Okay. Would that be okay? Don't look at the solution, okay? Cover the solution.
I try.
Yeah, try this.
For this part, do I need to change it? Like from plus to minus.
Sorry, sorry, show me again which one. Sorry, show me again which one.
This one,
Oh, right.
change to
So,
plus minus.
all right. So the answer is something like this. Right, let me show you so that you know here. You notice that this one has an example of a plus and a minus. So to answer your doubts, I re-expand. That's your 6x, right?
Yeah.
Then this will be a plus 3 squared, which is here, plus and plus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, does it make sense? If this is a plus, this should be a plus lah. Dorma. Make sense?
Yeah.
So I expand this one to answer your question. Y squared minus 4y, that's your minus 4y, and then plus 2 squared, right?
Yeah.
Do you see that? Also plus. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember this, yeah? Remember, if you don't remember, just do it again, right?
Okay. Then after I find this, what do I do?
It's the purpose of this thing that you're doing.
Find the center and the radius.
Correct. Now, for the purpose of radius, get used to writing 25 as 5 squared. So I don't rewrite just 25 and then to the right equals to 5 squared, please. Sometimes you will forget and if you think the radius is 25. That is especially true when the number are small. For example, equals to 9. Then you think the radius is 9 sometimes, even though it's supposed to be 3. You understand? You must have that habit. Okay. Now, of course, this question is extremely simple. This question is illustrating what you need to do in any exam level question to go and find the center and radius. I mean, tell me, what is the center? What is the center?
5,5.
How can it be 5,5? I don't get you. What?
Wait.
The center is minus 3,2. I take it you don't understand? Okay, then put this on Desmos. That's your last thing to do. Put this on Desmos, and then you see for yourself, and you think, from where? Right? From where?
After I make the circle, then what?
Oh, I mean, look at the circle. Just by looking at the circle, you can only tell where the center is visually, correct?
Yeah.
Tell me, visually, where is it? the coordinates will be
-3, 2.
Okay, and
Yeah, comma two.
just to make sure, just make the point and just confirm, right?
Yeah, it's at the center.
All right, then can you answer your own question? How did we get -3, 2 from the equation, not from the drawing?
Maybe I have an idea.
Right. What's your idea?
X plus 3 equals 0, then x equals -3. Then y minus 2 equals 0, then y equals 2.
Don't know why that works, but that is correct. For now, I'll leave you with that. Understand?
Yeah.
This is the feeling. This is the first time you voluntarily read your own textbook before the class starts.
Yes.
Well, how does it feel?
It's quite good.
Maybe it's because you are a reasonable student. That's why if you do reasonable stuff, you feel good. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your first initiative. Let's call this an initiative. Your initiative, right? I mean, I didn't force you, die must do, right? You still voluntarily do it, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Good job. Okay. Our goal right now is, remember, to follow what your teacher is saying on coordinate geometry so that you get excellent in it. Okay. That means you must ask any questions that you have, right? Okay. And then to prepare for circle, right? Assuming that both will be in WA3. So, any information on WA3? So
No.
then that's still our assumption. Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Elliot. I'll see you on